What up, everyone? Guess who's back? Your girl, Mano, aka La Revre. I'm here in your subscription, in your newsfeed, all of that. So, today, originally, I was going to drop another anime recommendation slash critique video, but I found something that dropped in my subscription feed that needed to be addressed ASAP. One of my favorite sites that I follow for, life advice and being a 20 something adult, site that I follow, Refinery29, dropped something hot in my subscriptions on YouTube today, and that was something that I needed to discuss. And so we are going to go over my truth as an anime cosplayer. Refinery29 dropped this video called The Hidden Truth about anime cosplay. And in the video, they detail and talk with Black anime cosplayers and personalities online who are big anime fans and who have been cosplaying for years, just about their experiences and then the current state of anime and cosplay in our society at large. And I have to say, I definitely agreed with a lot of the people what they're talking about, and definitely a lot resonated with me. A little bit about my background. I have been cosplaying since I was 15, yes, maybe Mono, and I went as Yoruichi from Bleach, so her as a captain in the Soul Society. I loved her black kimono. I thought it was dope, and I loved her haircut. She looked like a boss, so I was like, I need to be her. And I remember going to Anime Boston at the time, 2007. It was LineCon. Like, literally, I waited an entire day just to get my pass. It was one of the greatest days of my life, and even though I waited in line for, I kid you not, 8 hours, it was extremely worth it, and I would do it again. I'm not kidding, I would do it again. I had so much fun that day as a 15-year-old waiting in line. But carrying on, in this modern day, I do cosplay and I do go and dress up every year. If you follow me on Instagram, La Veve, I do post some of my cosplay. I'm definitely going to be updating it more as I go along and just, retro pictures of me, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, it talks about the experiences of other Black cosplayers and people who are hot online right now, and from all the hate that they've been given, being a Black cosplayer, to living their best lives, living their truths. And it's definitely something that I can relate to as a Black cosplayer, because personally I've never felt attacked or vindicated. People in the street kind of laughing at me here and there on my way to conventions, but I was took in stride. I always loved convention weekends. But these other Black cosplayers and anime lovers did face setbacks, and they did face a lot of discrimination coming from people in the community. These people would say, just because you're Black doesn't mean that you can cosplay certain characters. Oh, Black people always ruin everything, yada yada. Why are you always changing things? Why are you adding your culture, your hairstyles into the mix? Oh, you're not perfectly like that character, but it's like, you're not like that character either. Last time I checked, you weren't Japanese. Just because you are of lighter skin doesn't mean you can dictate who can play who. I definitely like the fact that everyone wasn't afraid to cosplay whoever they wanted to, being inclusive, being a role model for other people who want to cosplay. And I'm telling you, a lot of people have great makeup skills. Like for me, I can do my makeup minimum, but these people are amazing. It's like studio effect cosplay, and I definitely support them. It is interesting because for me, I was definitely, the only kid who liked anime who was Black for long periods of time, middle school, high school, even in college. Like I went to a school that was predominantly white, and everyone there was accepting of me, don't get me wrong. And I was the president of the anime club for 2 years, just seeing. But I was definitely, one of the only people of color in that group who liked anime, and I just lived my truth. I never shut it down, and I'm definitely glad to see that there are other people out there who love cosplay, love anime, and aren't going to shut it down. I will say they make a point about anime being, more mainstream for everybody, but especially for Black people. Now definitely become much cooler. And there are celebrities, including Meg Thee Stallion, who do rep it, who love it, and aren't afraid to show their truths. I will say there still can be this stigma against, who likes anime and who's cool enough, and being a nerd now is cool, but like 5, 10 years ago, it definitely wasn't on the same status level as it is now. I will say it has been growing over the years, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely something that can continue to grow, and we're looking to see more people in that space. Also, one thing that interesting that the video mentions is, all these studios in Japan who are seeing Black people join the fandom, being part of this community, who really do like anime, showing up to the conventions, buying their merch. So in the video, some of the influencers do talk about, Black anime characters in general, and the perceptions that there are in them. Typically when you do have Black anime characters, I've noticed this as well, that they tend to be lighter and they tend to be, have that cool factor, whereas with the darker characters, they still have the colorism, and there's still, these big features, big nose, big lips, big butt, and they're just there, and they're the stereotypes of Black people, and it's not true. The example that a lot of people brought up was Sister Crone from The Promised Neverland, and I gotta say, I felt the same exact way watching it. I I had so much hope, like I'm like, oh, they're adding Black characters in that series, but the main adult figure who's Black is this like mammy looking character, and I was like, you really had to do that to us. You really had to do that to us. And also, even if you watch, the episodes where it has a backstory, and even the manga when she's a younger teenage girl, she's very normal looking. Like, she's very pretty, and she's like, why did you need to have to change her so much? And I understand that she is an antagonist character and she's an anti-hero in the series, but you didn't need to do that. In comparison, Mother Elizabeth, who is the caretaker for the orphans in The Promised Neverland, she's a little bit older, but she's beautiful, and she's a normal looking white-ish woman, Asian woman, but she doesn't have those like exaggerated features as Sister Crone does. So this is something that I wish they addressed beforehand, and something they really did need to do. But anyway, back to this video. I highly recommend this. I thought it was great. They had a lot of mix between different cosplayers, other entrepreneurs in the anime space, and it was great. Like, literally, I was very surprised, and I'm down for the culture. I'm really happy that Refinery29 posted this video. So I have linked it down in the bottom, and feel free to watch it, after you watched my video. I'm here to drop that brown sugar in your coffee and spice up your life, because you needed this anime. If you have any suggestions, anything like that, please feel free to write down in the comments. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you again for watching my videos. I'll see you guys again soon. Mwah.